Hi, and welcome to the Zen Supermom podcast. The episode today is for you if you get triggered whenever you hear anything about St. Valentine's or love, or then even unconditional love, and you get like, because either you're separated, divorced, you just got out of extremely abusive relationship with your ex, and you're just like, oh my goodness, give me a break. Or you're currently in the middle of a relationship mess, and you're even thinking, okay, I'm yelling at my kids, but my biggest problem is this relationship and I need to figure it out. Should I get in? Should I stay? Or like, what is going on? What is the best way for me and for the kids to keep being impacted by this mess? Or maybe even your own relationship is fine, but you didn't grow up feeling like you were worthy of love. You always had to fulfill a certain list of conditions that your parents were putting on you for you to feel you're good enough and you deserve some appreciation and to be seen. And so now you're thinking, well, I want my kids to feel differently. I want them to have good grades and be respectful, kind kids, of course, respect my boundaries. But I don't want them to feel like they have to deserve it. They have to earn it. I want them to grow up feeling self-confident, feeling worthy, and being able to stop any toxic people and toxic relationship so that they don't feel like they have to just like take breadcrumbs and be in relationship with some narcissistic people who are abusing them. How the heck do I do that? That's a great question you ask. So let's talk about love, shall we? Hello, I'm Elena, a mommy tantrum specialist because I used to be specialist at yelling at my daughter every day and having big tantrums myself, the adult. But also, I figured it out for her and for myself, for all the moms I'm helping now. Part of it was the whole question about love. And I hear it, as you heard me talk about it in the intro. I hear it every day from moms who come to me for help. Thinking like, how can I make my kids, make them feel safe, that they are safe to express all of their emotions while setting those healthy boundaries and still being the unconditionally loving mom, because for one reason or another, you didn't feel like that growing up. Your childhood was different. And then have a look what kind of impact it had throughout your life, right? We are not here to blame our parents for anything. They did the best they could with what they had. We are not here to throw anybody under the bus. But if you grew up not feeling worthy of love just the way you are, if you're still looking for that authentic voice without shrinking, without people pleasing, without perfecting, controlling everything, or hyperachieving, like I just need to do more, better, farther, like farther, faster to prove everybody that I'm worthy of something, that I can feel good. You most often don't want your kids to have those same patterns, right? Yes, we want our kids to feel safe, to have healthy relationships and achieve something great at life, but not to do it from a place of lack and trauma and like the pain driving them, but the positive, right? The ambition. They can have healthy ambition. They can have healthy goals and bigger vision for their life, already feeling enough now while having big goals for the future, right? What if that was possible? Well, it is. And so how do we do that as moms? How do you do that if you didn't have it, if you don't understand, if you never got the unconditional love? How do you give it to your kids? Well, here you have the answer, right? It already starts with you. So this podcast episode is actually going to be very simple and very quick. What I'm going to do is to give you a link to register for a free 31-day unconditional self-love practice. Because yes, my dear, it starts with you. You cannot teach your kids anything that you're not living. And I love the quote. I keep repeating it all the time. Don't worry about your kids not listening to you. Worry about them watching you 24/7, all of their waking time. Yeah. So you cannot teach your kids what is self-worth, what is healthy self-confidence, what is kindness and compassion if you don't have access to it especially when you get triggered, right? Nobody needs you to be like a superhuman, perfect in every way, in every situation, being like Mother Teresa combined with Dalai Lama. That's not realistic. I'm not doing that either, right? We are all humans. We have big emotions. We are doing our best. That's fine. But do you have the tools to be able to pause and stop whenever they are triggering you? And are you able to respond in compassion with boundaries, maybe probably still saying no, stop to behavior, while making them feel loved enough, while making them feel it's not about you, like I still love you, let's just like find a better way how to express your big emotions? Can you do that? Are your kids feeling loved unconditionally right now? And do they want to listen to you? Do they want to cooperate with you? Not out of a place of them being a people pleaser because they're scared of your reactions and they are tiptoeing and they are being your psychologist and your support network for managing your emotions. But do they want to cooperate naturally because you have this connection and you have this chemistry and you have this mutual love and trust, feeling safe with each other in your emotions? Because that's the point to which you want to get. And I'm speaking now from my own experience, knowing what is possible once you heal. Because for the first 2 years of her life, I used to yell at my daughter. And I was effectively giving her my own trauma and teaching her that her emotions are not okay because they're triggering me. So my emotions were becoming more important, bigger and louder, and I was squishing her with that. The moment I started healing it, and I started calming down and being the adult, being able to stop my triggers and create the safe space for her and be there for her and help her set those boundaries, everything started changing. And I could see it working because she started being bully proof, even outside at school. She's able to face them off because she's such a cute, sweet, kind girl that the teachers are now at school matching her always with the most problematic children. So actually she's always sitting with the bully. They change the seating order every 3 months, but she's always sitting with the most problematic kid. And I'm like, ah! And so there's a part of me who needs to pick myself up and say like, it's okay, this is opportunity, I need to coach her. And she's doing wonderfully well, right? She turned some of those bullies into not best friends, but like she was okay. And some of them she just managed to block it so that they don't get in her head and they don't bother her. And she was able to survive without any damage those 3 months with them. But this is why it's so important, right? You want your kids to be able to be bully proof, toxic relationship proof. They're able to stop it because we cannot be always there, walking them by hand for the rest of their lives, removing any obstacles from their path. The best thing you can do for your kids is to teach them the tools. How to face the toxic people, how to set the boundaries, say, no, you're not going to mess with me. Your trauma is not going to impact me. And how to get up whenever they make a mistake or whenever their life is too hard and they fall flat on their face. Get up and keep going, and even stronger than before because now you're smarter. How do you teach your kids to do that? Well, they need to have that safe background of, I'm worth it. Yes, I can do hard stuff. I have seen my mom do that. My mom taught me. She was my support. She poured that beliefs. I downloaded my beliefs from her. That's what I'm doing to my daughter. I'm basically brainwashing her with healthy self-worth beliefs so that no matter what happens to her from now on, she can pick herself up and go back. Yeah. That's why it's so important. That's why it's worth it. And it starts with you as a mom or a dad who's watching. Yeah. So for that, 31-day unconditional self-love practice or challenge, take it however you want it. If you work better under fire, if you need a challenge, if you need to be challenged to get the best result, call it a challenge. If you rather go easy on yourself, not to burn out, call it a practice. I don't care what you call it, go do it. You have all the instructions there. We will put the link below wherever you're watching or listening so that you can jump on board and do it. This is now the 3rd year in a row that we are doing it. Every year I'm getting so many emails and so much feedback. That's why we keep repeating it. It's always so valuable. It's basically a free cut through everything, all of the best methods that I've been using in terms of trauma healing, childhood trauma healing, belief work, and mental fitness, like brainwashing yourself by using very specific few seconds a day exercises that are combined and put together for the best result. Okay, so it's free. I mean, no excuse why you couldn't get it, right? So go get on it. Send me your feedback, send me your questions, and let's do this for your kids. Because secretly, honestly, I'm not even here to help you. The person I'm most interested in is your kids. because I want them to have better childhood than we had. Right? So let's do it together. I'll see you inside Supermom. Why can't you stop yelling at your kids? And no, it's not the stress, lack of sleep, kids not listening, fighting, hitting, no support, time pressure, ADHD, hormones. No, moms around the world are doing it regardless. How? Join us for the upcoming Mommy Tantrum training and find out too.